Welcome back. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Tim, what's up?
What's up, brother?
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Glad to have you back, man. I've been doing a bunch of these solo for a while.
Yeah, I thought you were booting me off the thing for a little bit, but
No,
it's good to be back.
Gotta just keep the train moving, you know. So
Absolutely.
it is Thanksgiving, a week of Thanksgiving. What are your plans this week?
A lot of family in town. So I have divorced parents, and then my girlfriend has a big family. So it's just a lot of bouncing around, trying to get enough time with everybody. But it's always a good time. I get to eat a lot, so that's good.
Kind of like 4 Christmases, right? Got
Almost exactly like that.
Got to make your rounds, and your family is just as interesting as that movie, right?
I mean, they're not far off. That's for sure.
Hey, did you see Michael Strahan's going to space?
I did not see that.
Yeah, on December 9th, he's going to space on the blue, what's it called? The Elon Musk's rocket ship.
I have no idea what's called. JetBlue?
No, that's the he's I don't fly commercial. No, on the Blue Origin. The Blue Origin is that space program, the rocket ship that Elon Musk owns, or it's the company. So
trying to see if the moon will fit between his gap.
Oh, right. But he got that gap fixed, actually, right? Didn't he get that fixed?
I thought that was like a April Fool's prank.
Oh, was it? I fell for it. Hey, trivia question. What is that called? That when you have a space in your tooth like that, there's a name for it.
Oh, I have definitely heard it. And as soon as you say it, I'll know it, but I can't pull it out of my ass right now.
So is it the name of it or the surgery? But I think it's called the frenectomy.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the surgery.
The surgery, a frenectomy. Yeah. Okay. Jamie, can we pull that up? Yeah. So trivia question, whatever. But yeah, he's going to space. I don't know why, but I saw that today. I thought that was pretty silly. Tim,
would you think of anyone better to shoot into the ozone?
Right. Would you go to space if you had the opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've smoked menthol cigarettes, so I don't think I'd last.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I would. I think I get kind of claustrophobic. So being in a space shuttle and doing all that shit, like I get nervous flying in a plane. So why would I go on a rocket ship?
Yeah, but I'm with you. I get really nervous on flights. But if I died going to space, at least that's a better story than me like flying to Tampa.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hey, our plane went down in Wichita, so I'm not going to be making it this year. Anyway, we have our Thanksgiving episode today. It's episode 30. We made it 30 episodes since the beginning of this. So that's fun. That's cool. And it's a Thanksgiving Day episode. So instead of being like a lot of other episodes where people talk about what's your favorite Thanksgiving foods, and it's like, well, there's the same 7 to 8 foods. There's turkey, there's stuffing, there's mac and cheese, green beans, and a few other things, cranberry sauce. So instead of that, what I wanted to do was just Thanksgiving must-haves. So we're going to get on our list here, top 5. And this is going to be, mine is in no particular order. So I'm just going to rattle them off. And then you'll tell me yours. We'll do a poll on the story and we'll see who has the better Turkey Day must-haves.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Because you are back, you're going to go first today for the top 5 Thanksgiving must-haves.
Okay. I did rank mine.
Okay.
Start at 5.
Yeah.
I'll go 5 to 1. Maybe a little low ranking, but I put football.
Okay.
It's always great to watch throughout the day when people are cooking during the day. You get that early game. Normally it's the Lions getting destroyed by someone. This year it'll be Chicago. Maybe they won't get destroyed. Maybe they will. But yeah, you get football all day. Now they have the night game, so there's 3 games. It's always a nice constant to have on in the background. You don't always have to pay attention because a lot of times it's not good football. But
so yeah,
it's just something to have on and keep you entertained. Maybe you got a fantasy guy going. Maybe you go with a 3-team parlay that day. Want to blow your money on that. But Football is my
What
number 5.
what I was going to say, two things. First, Detroit Lions, they need to be pulled from Thanksgiving. That is a holiday. There is no reason that franchise should be playing every single Thanksgiving. Give the people what they want, flex to a better team, whatever it is, but there's no reason why the Detroit Lions need to play on Thanksgiving. That's number one. And then number two, I want to hear from you the ranking of those 3 games. Which one is the best to the worst, as far as like what you like to watch, what you enjoy?
Like this year or just in general?
So this is my thought process: is the first game, like you said, gets things going. Maybe the appetizers are out, which is my favorite part, the apps. And then, the game, everyone's fully paying attention because dinner's not ready yet. So you got that early game, apps going, drinks start flowing, right? Next game, that middle game is probably maybe close to in between dinner. So unless you have a TV by the table or whatever, you might not get all the action. And then the late game, I'm usually so full or drunk by that time. It's really hard to fall asleep. It's really hard to pay attention. So mine go in that order: first game, second game, and then that last game is hard to kind of stay up for.
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to flip it on you. Go reverse order.
Okay.
I get all of your reasons, but first game, family's all there. Maybe that's like right when you're starting to meet up with people. You head over to someone's place, everyone's talking, you're not really paying attention. Same thing with the afternoon game, like you said, you're normally eating, you don't get a chance to pay attention. Night game's great because everybody's passed out. So then you can just focus on it. And normally the night game is the best game of the day anyways, because you have the shitty Lions, the first game, and then Dallas playing whoever. But the night game, they normally try and put a couple good teams against each other.
Yeah. On that point, that's usually when everyone is starting to pass out, which means couch space is limited. And there's nothing worse than being uncomfortable or full and sitting on a fucking hardwood chair or on the floor with your legs crossed. And I'm like, hey, Uncle Doug, get the fuck out of the chair and let me sit down, go home.
It's time for you to go to sleep, Doug.
Yeah, right.
So number 4 for me, I know Hallmark starts this shit way too early.
Let's go back and forth first. How about that?
All right.
We'll do that. My first one, like I said, in no order, would be turkey. Wild turkey. Anyway, if you're going to be drinking all day, Tim, beer is not going to be an option because the amount of calories that I am going to inhale is not going to be cohesive with a bunch of beer. So my drink of choice is going to be bourbon. Bourbon's going to keep you nice and warm, open up a window, get a nice chill going. But if you're going to be drinking all day and consuming that much of food to get the desired effect, you're going to need to drink hard liquor. So that's why my number 1, I'm going with turkey, wild turkey.
Wild turkey specifically, or just?
It's just a play on words.
Just trying to make the fun.
Yeah, any kind of liquor, obviously. But yeah, if you're trying to drink and get a little buzz going, beer's just not going to do it. You're going to fill up way too fast. And that's if we're just speaking like from an effective, an efficiency on the alcoholic scale,
See, I feel like Thanksgiving can get really dangerous because that's a day where a lot of mixing can go on. Maybe you start off the day with something light, you got a mimosa going or a light beer or something like that. And then maybe around dinner time, you have like a glass of wine with your food. And then, you start to dip into some of the harder stuff later. And then you wake up, go Black Friday shopping, and you can't see straight.
Yeah. And then it's Black Friday in your toilet too, right? I wanted to do a video that says, tell me you drank wine last night without telling me you drank wine last night. And it's just a picture of my black shit. It is so dark after I drink wine. I don't know about you, but when I pound wine, I had a bunch of wine the other day. I had like a bottle. I finished like a bottle. And next day was just dark, dude. Mud butt, that's when you know you had wine. For me,
I might want to get that checked out.
Yeah. Oh, I got a lot of digestive problems. Probably undiagnosed, whatever that stuff's called.
Old Crohn's Vitaly over here.
Crohn's, exactly. Yes. I love those commercials. Anyway, that's mine. What's your next one?
Okay. So I started to get into it a little bit and you cut me off.
Yes.
But number 4 for me, Hallmark does this every year. They start it way too early. They go right after Halloween is when they start with the Christmas movies. Thanksgiving is the official time when you can start watching Christmas movies. You get the whole family together. You know, you maybe throw on Christmas Vacation for the first time of the year. You know, a good movie for everyone to watch. Home Alone. You know, something along those lines. Nothing that's going to offend too many people, but
Oh boy.
you know, maybe a little too early for Bad Santa. I love that one.
Yeah.
But I think Thanksgiving is when you should have your first Christmas movie viewing of the season.
And I am 100% in agreement with you. This year, I did start it a little early. Sometimes I just feel like if you're kind of just sad or in a rut, the Christmas spirit is just, it flew through me this year. I started real early, shortly after Halloween. And I'm not that guy. I'm very against it. I'm one holiday at a time. I would even like to extend Halloween, extend that up to like, November 7th. We can do still Halloween. But for whatever reason, I started this year early, but that is true. The deadline or the beginning date would be, that's when the holidays should begin, right?
Yeah. And I mean, every year my girlfriend tries to push it a little bit further and further when she puts up the decorations. And I've realized that I'm going to lose that argument every time. So I'm fine with the Christmas tree and everything being up, but let's pump the brakes on the movies until we're at least, we've had our turkey once this year.
Right. No, I agree. Okay. My number 2 is the Thanksgiving Day walk. And if you know what I'm talking about, it is a national pastime when all your cousins come over and everyone's, sometimes it's really nice out. You're all be throwing the football around. And then before dinner, before everything is served, all the cousins go for a walk around the neighborhood or go to pick up, hey, we forgot some wine. We're going to go pick up some wine. The little scurry where you just kind of skirt out for 15 minutes and then you come back and you're ready to pound food. It's that's just like one of those traditions where it's like you got your cousins and it's like, let's go for a walk, blah, blah, blah. So I really do appreciate that kind of stuff. That's going to be my number 2.
Yeah. And that's just great family bonding time. You can't get that time back. So
no,
you might as well enjoy it.
Absolutely. It's during the day. Everyone's still going to be hanging out all day. It's very safe environment. So why not?
Yeah, that's a great one. Love that.
Thank you.
Okay. My next one, I will get into food. I'm going to say the Thanksgiving sides. I'm not going to rank what side's the best because everybody has a differing opinion on that. But just the fact that Thanksgiving is the first time of the year. Normally on Christmas, you double up, you do a lot of the same sides, but this is your time where you can load up your plate with like 8 different things.
Without being called a fat ass.
Right. And generally speaking, a lot of those things you're not having at any other point during the year.
I can't tell you any other time that I've had stuffing between November and December, right?
I mean, it's a wild move to have stuffing in like June.
Summertime stuffing. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Cranberry sauce in March? I don't think so.
Yeah. But I mean, you could be a true madman. Summertime stuffing, that might have a nice ring to it.
Hey, 4th of July, it might get nuts. I don't know.
Yeah, that also might be on Pornhub.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, all the sides, all the fixins, as you would say, right? Fixins. Yeah, I agree. Mac and cheese would be up there for me. I'm a big mac and cheese guy. But yeah, even the green bean casserole I've come to love. Honestly, I like it.
That's my number 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of people I think would say that maybe not be, but I like it. I think it's very good. It kind of just completes the plate. Got to get some greens on there,
Well, that and again, you're not having green bean casserole many times throughout the year.
Right. All of this food is cohesive for a cold environment, right? Like we said, it's not happening during 90-degree weather.
I mean, can you imagine just sitting out poolside with a big old plate of green bean casserole in the sun?
Oh, you guys didn't bring any? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got extra.
Yeah. Tupperware's full of it. My number 3 goes to the couch situation. Single-seated couch. Finding the single-seated couch so you don't have to share a room with anybody or engage in conversation. Those long couches where you can sit 4 people on it. Then you got to kind of squish on. I'm looking for the single-seated couch, and I'm going to it so I can have my space, sit there, and I don't have to engage. if I
You
don't want to.
You don't get roped into a conversation with your aunts about, the infighting within the family or,
Right.
the bitch that cut her off at Target.
We should all have more guns. Yeah. Those kind of conversations where you're just like, okay, let's get back to football.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or why didn't you come for last Christmas? It's like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like you guys. I don't.
Because I hate you.
Yeah.
That's why. For me, my second to last one is, and I know every family doesn't do this, but ours does, but the, kind of after dinner, everybody's digested their food a little bit. You start to throw out the board games.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe you get a little, Trivial Pursuit going.
Nice.
Or Monopoly or anything like that, just something to get a group of the, non-comatose family members back doing something.
Yeah. Jenga I've seen before.
Oh yeah.
Gets everyone around it. Yeah. I overlooked that. That's, I know we had that at a Christmas a couple years ago, and yeah, that's always a good time. And then it gets everyone involved, right?
Yeah.
And it's feeling good. Yeah.
Get the competitive juices flowing.
Right. I would agree. No, board games.
Off a family member.
Yeah. What else? What is that game on your phone? Heads Up. I like playing Heads Up.
Oh yeah, Heads Up's a good one. And
that's one that everyone can play. And it's not like, we got to roll dice or do whatever. Yeah, those simple games, right? Like you said, Trivial Pursuit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
My next one is comfy clothes, aka sweatpants and sweatshirts. I am not a fan of dressing up really fancy and walking around the kitchen. Don't see any need for it. Why everyone puts on collared shirts and sweaters so we can all get really uncomfortably full and walk around the kitchen. Not a fan of it. I'm all about the nice gray sweatpants, crew neck, and call it a day, dude. I'm here to eat and enjoy myself. I'm not here to look fancy.
Yeah. And an underrated one that isn't on my list, and I'm sure it's not on yours since you just said you're already going to be in comfy clothes, is that moment of the day where if you are dressed up, that you get to change and you're like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah. That the spare clothes that you brought, right?
Yeah.
And when does that usually happen, you would say? After dinner?
Yeah, after dinner, maybe 30% of the people have left at least.
Okay. Yeah.
You start to get some stragglers out of there, and then you're like, okay, it's time for me to put some sweatpants on.
Right. Yeah. I can't be full and uncomfortable. I start sweating and it's just not a good time. So I need to be comfortable if I'm going to be doing the things that I want to do on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Ja feel.
All right. Is it you or me?
You are up next.
Okay. My number one, leftovers.
Lefties.
Yep. You got a nice weekend of just anytime you go to the fridge, you're just like, okay, let me just make a little sandwich out of some random shit here. You don't actually have to go and buy food for a few days. It's just nice to okay. Yeah, I'll go make a turkey sandwich right now.
Yeah. Or a KFC bowl, right?
Oh yeah.
Where you just got everything. Turkey, corn, mashed potatoes, gravy, throw that shit in the micro and just.
Yep.
Yeah. They got them out here in Jersey at the Wawa. They call them gobblers. And it's the same thing, just like a bunch of shit in a little fucking bowl.
That's a phenomenal name for it, too.
The gobbler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's this one time at football camp when the older guys who were running the camp, it was like we were in the dorms and he was telling all of us, he was like, hey, go open up that door. And then we went to open up the door and there was they were run by college kids. We were in high school. There was a college guy and he had his pants off and he was bent over and his butt was facing into us and his nuts, I mean, not even joking, probably hung like this far, like a good hang. And we're like, oh my God. And the guy's like, yeah, we call that the gobbler. And that's what every time
did he give you a nice noise like a
no, he kind of just stood there, just bent over. So anytime I hear gobbler, that's the first thing I think of.
That wasn't scarring or anything.
No, it ruined Thanksgiving for me for a while. But so hey, I'm not hosting this year. Are you hosting?
No.
So then what are you going to do for the lefties? You bring your own Tupperware?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the That's the one benefit about going to multiple ones is you walk away with something each time.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you can load up then if you're going to multiple ones because everyone that's hosting is like, oh, please take some. And then you can just take a little bit from everywhere.
Oh yeah, college was phenomenal. I ate well for like 2 weeks afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
I know that food was bad by then, but
fuck
whatever.
It, right?
Yeah.
All the other shit that we were putting in our bodies, who cares?
Exactly. That's why I can't go to space.
Yeah, yeah. My number one, to touch on something that you were saying earlier, it is the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It is one of John Candy's best films, and it is the single best Thanksgiving Day movie, in my opinion. I laugh at it every time. I could probably recite it. It is heartfelt. It is funny, and just a great way to start the day. Throw that on in the morning, and I just love that movie, and I think it's the best Thanksgiving Day movie around.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. The movie's great. And like you said, heartfelt. That's another good one you can watch with the whole family.
Right.
And yeah, that's lovely, Peter.
Thank you. It's a good note to end on, right?
Right.
All the way from smoking marijuana with the cousins to a heartfelt movie.
And hey, if you do it right, you can have both.
Yeah, if you time it up right, you can hit all of these things. So I will put out my list and your list on our social media, see what everyone agrees with, who has the better list. They can say what they like, and we'll just take it from there. Nice little episode, something different. We don't have to cover sports all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're more well-rounded individuals than that.
Yeah, we are worldly. We're very worldly people.
Yeah.
I mean, I flew to Kansas City to see you, so I've been around.
How tired were your arms?
Oh, not as tired as that gobbler. Anything else, Tim? Anything else you got coming up this week, or any other Thanksgiving Day nuggets?
Nothing crazy. Chiefs are on a bye, so it's nice to just watch some carefree football and gamble on that this weekend.
Let's talk about that real quick. Kansas City Chiefs, are they back? Kind of hard to say no, right?
Yeah. I mean, one thing that's nice is the schedule is fairly light the last 6 games. So good opportunities for the offense to kind of right the ship. And if the defense continues to play at the rate it has for the past 3 to 4 games, I think we'll be in fairly good shape come playoff time, especially if the AFC continues to pick each other off.
Yeah. And also, I think the Chiefs might be held to a higher standard when it comes to wins, losses, offense not looking good, defense not looking good, because a lot of other teams who have losses, Green Bay lost their first game. A lot of these, who else isn't held to like this, the same kind of standard?
The Titans lost recently.
Titans, and then Green Bay lost again to the Vikings. So, but they were last week that, everyone's saying, oh, Green Bay could be Super Bowl contenders. That defense looks so great. These other teams are losing too, and their offense looks pitiful. Their defense looks pitiful. But I think when it comes to Kansas City, everyone thinks they're so far above and beyond everybody else that they got worried when they weren't putting up 34, 42 a game, right?
Right. And the thing it's crazy to me, and don't get me wrong, this is an excuse, because in all of their losses, I think they deserve to lose. Maybe the Baltimore game, not so much. That one was just kind of like a late fumble, things happen. But, they got outplayed most of those games, and that just happens in the NFL.
Right.
But, what you're saying, if they're held to a higher standard, why is that? The Patriots would lose 4, 5, 6 games. And, by the time the playoffs came around, no one was saying, man, when are the Patriots done? Yada, yada, yada. It's 4 losses in the season. And, there's a chance that the Chiefs could have that many losses when it's all said and done.
Well, I think it's because they have accomplished so much. They have arguably the best quarterback in the league. They have all the pieces around them, the best tight end in the league. So when you have all this stuff, they went to the Super Bowl, they won a Super Bowl, they lost in a Super Bowl. So they're highly successful. So when you see these highly successful teams not competing up to the standard, like you said, these are all NFL teams. every Sunday is not going to be your Sunday. They're not going to roll and lose 1 or 2 games a year every season. So I think they were doubted for a little bit. But I mean, they're back. I think they're on. It's just that this is the Chiefs. They're good to go. People were sold on Dallas. I didn't realize how soft of a schedule Dallas had. They covered the spread. They were 8-1. I had them winning. I was like, if they're going to get any points, I'll go ahead and take them. Their offense was shit. I think they're frauds. And yeah.
I mean, Dallas was missing a lot of players, and there were guys that got banged up during that game. But at this point in the season, everybody's missing somebody.
Yeah, everybody's playing hurt.
Yeah.
Like, look at Baker Mayfield. Guys that are, he's not even, he's playing with one arm.
Yeah, he's a zombie at this point.
Yeah, you heard his comments. He's just gonna get run out of town. They were saying, Baker, so did you hear the boos that were going on? He's like, yeah, it's probably the same fans who wouldn't shut up when we're on third down or when we're in the red zone trying to operate. So I don't care. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I have to think some of these things are strategic because he's setting himself up for the fact that they're not going to give him that big contract extension.
So what do you say? So his comments are for what?
So that whenever the eventual departure happens, it's not like there's any. It's not like he's really missing out on being part of this Cleveland resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
If you can even call it that, but just any of them on the come up because he's just trying to get in his own head that he's already not going to be a part of it.
Yeah. I just thought it was bizarre that after you win a game that you are like talking about all this shit. It's like, you just won. So why aren't we talking about that?
Yeah. Maybe he saw his wife's Instagram comments already too. And he just knew that he was about to get shit on. So he just wanted to pile on.
What'd she say?
Something along the lines of the rest of the team needs to take a look at Baker and see how tough he is, and they need to get tougher themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to, and then cut to him at a Progressive commercial getting makeup on.
Right.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, nobody's as worse as Mahomes' wife. So
God. Yeah. We could do a whole podcast on that.
Yeah. Let's not. Okay. Oh yeah. So, real quick, you talk about the Chiefs. I just want to talk about the Bears. Rumor has it Matt Nagy might be fired after the Thanksgiving Day game. He came out and said that was a lie. That wasn't true. I don't know if it is. I don't know if what he's saying is true, but in the 101 years of the franchise, no coach has ever been fired during the middle of the season. Let's make history.
I mean, here's the thing. If they're going to fire him, just do it. You don't want to wait until after Thursday because there's a chance the Bears might win. Are you going to fire a coach after a win?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a short week, though. I don't think that's why they did that. They were saying because it's a short week. So it's like, hey, can you just coach this game and then we'll let you go?
I mean, but yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're firing the guy, obviously, I think you assume that in-house there's somebody who can at least steer the ship in a direction for the remainder of the season.
But what are you hurting, I guess? You have Andy Dalton starting the game. You're going against the Lions. So I don't think there's much to lose if he does stay. It's not going to get worse. Put it that way.
True.
I
mean, they could lose to the Lions.
Yeah, and they could be the ones to do it, honestly. I mean, look who they lost to last week with the Ravens. They were absolutely terrible. So, yeah, I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, Nagy's terrible. So, sorry about that one. He came from Kansas City. That's our bad.
Yeah, I definitely saw he came from the Andy Reid coaching tree, right?
Yeah, which generally has fairly positive results, but
yeah,
Nagy's not one of them.
Not this year or last year or the year before that. But all right. Oh, real quick thing. Merch. Everyone grab merch. I'm going to put out a Black Friday sale. Tim, your beanies are on the way. Crew necks. We got Santa shit, holiday stuff, baseball stuff. Check it out. SheffieldShuffler.com. I think that's it.
Go buy stuff.
Go buy shit. All right. Tim, thank you for coming back. We'll do some more episodes and we'll have a Christmas episode too.
Oh, great. We'll get real festive.
Hey, we'll see who wins this poll this 24-hour poll or whatever, who gets more votes. And then I think the winner, you want to do like a bet? See if like the winner has to do something or can come up with the next podcast topic or something like that.
Yeah, that works for me.
Put something on it.
Yeah.
Okay, deal. We'll take it offline. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon. This has been Lola Lost in the Shuffle. See you later.